everybody, I'm Janini Edward, currently pursuing Bachelor's in Medical Science from the Faculty of International Medical School. So today I'll be explaining on the portfolio of PEC 800, which is Wellness Management. So a little overview of the subject. So this subject has actually made a very big impact on how I view health and also balance in life. So PEC 800 is a subject that actually teaches us on how to take care of our overall well-being. It doesn't just focus on physical health, but also help us understand the importance of mental and also emotional wellness, social relationships, and also even career planning. So throughout this subject, we learn on how to build healthy habits, manage stress, stay active, and also make positive lifestyle choices. This is what actually makes it really helpful, is that we don't just learn theory, we actually take part in fun activities, attend talks, and also reflect on our own experiences. So this combination actually helps us to see how to apply what we learn in life, so we can take better care of ourselves, not just for now but also in the future. So in short, PEC 800 is more than just a subject. It's actually a guide to living a healthier and also more balanced life. So moving on to the first activity is a mental health talk held in one of our lecture theatre, and it is actually organized by one of the PEC group. So a bit on the reflection of this activity. So the experience was actually both enlightening and also thought-provoking, offering a blend of positive takeaways and also a few challenges along the way, for sure. So one of the aspects I appreciated the most was how easy the material was to understand. So the speaker communicated mental health concepts using simple language and relatable everyday scenarios. So this actually made it easier for everyone, including myself, to grasp the core messages. So what also stood out was the speaker's approachability. He welcomed questions throughout the session and also created a relaxed, open environment where people felt safe to speak honestly. So because of this, the session became more interactive and engaging, with participants openly sharing their own thoughts and also personal stories. So it was inspiring to see how a supportive atmosphere can bring depth to a conversation on such an important topic. So however, the session wasn't without its challenges, for sure. As I said just now, some of the topics discussed were emotionally heavy, which led to moments where it was difficult to stay fully focused. Towards the end of the presentation, there was also a noticeable rush to cover the remaining content. So this disrupted the flow slightly and also made the conclusion feel a bit of overwhelming. But despite these challenges, I found the session more impactful than others I've attended in the past. Unlike some talks that rely heavily on statistics and also formal structure, this one, they focus more on personal experiences and also real-life relevance, which made it more memorable. So in my view, the mental health talk truly accomplished its goal. It's not only deepened our understanding of mental health, but also encouraged open dialogue, something that's essential in supporting each other's well-being. So personally, the session left me feeling more informed and more committed to taking care of myself, and also I'm grateful for the experience and also opportunity to grow more intellectually and also emotionally through it. So the next activity will be the Zumba session, where it is held in also in our campus, and it is organized by our club Punyayang. So a little experience of the Zumba event is it was actually really vibrant and also exciting, and also it's really truly unforgettable. From the moment I arrived, I was struck by the sight of so many people wearing, batik and all that, and it actually brought wonderful sense of unity and celebration. The energy in the air was just contagious, and also the music was upbeat and lively, and also everyone seemed to be having a very great time at that time. So the Zumba moves were actually very fun, and also it's easy to follow at first, and it actually gave me a boost of confidence. But I'll admit, not all the steps were simple, especially while wearing batik. Since batik isn't as flexible as typical sportswear, it actually felt a bit awkward at the first, but moving freely was a challenge lah, and I felt a little uncomfortable in the beginning. However, after a few minutes, I got used to it. In fact, I started to appreciate the uniqueness it brought to the event. Dancing in batik actually added something very meaningful. It wasn't just about fitness anymore. It was actually also about culture and also pride and identity. So what made this event truly stand out was actually how it combined modern exercise with traditional values. It was more than just a workout. It was a celebration of our heritage. Compared to regular Zumba classes, this one felt far more festive and also meaningful. So wearing batik brought us closer, reminding us that our culture can be part of even the most modern activities. Despite small challenges, like feeling hot or limited in movement, the overall experience was completely worth it. The laughter, the energy, and the shared culture pride made it unforgettable. In the end, I actually learned that keeping traditional traditions alive, doesn't mean that you have to be doing things in the old way. Like sometimes it takes is a creative twist, like dancing in batik, to make something more meaningful and fun. So next, I'll be talking on the third activity, which is the cave exploration, which is organized by the MSU Extreme Club. So we actually went to Gua Tempurung, which is in Ipoh. So one of the highlight of the trip was definitely the stunning cave formations. The tall ceilings and then the shiny rocks and then the shapes created by dripping water were absolutely breathtaking. So everywhere I looked felt very magical, like stepping into another world. It was easy to get lost in the beauty of it all. So I took a lot of pictures, but honestly no picture could actually fully capture how amazing the place actually looked. The guides also shared fascinating facts about the cave's history, which made the experience even more meaningful and educational. Of course, the journey wasn't all smooth. Some parts of the cave were actually very dark and slippery, which made like walking a bit tricky. But then we had to like hold on to the the trails and all that for safety. And in the narrow parts, we even had to crawl on our hands and knees. At times, it felt a bit scary and exhausting, but I wasn't alone. Like working together with friends and so making those tough moments easier and also more enjoyable. So we supported and encouraged each other. That actually made a very big difference. So the experience also made me realize that how different parts of the cave felt. The open spaces were peaceful and relaxing, while the small and tight tunnels were actually more challenging. And this contrast made the adventure more exciting and also gave us a real sense of accomplishment as we completed each section. So in the end, despite the difficulties, the trip to Gua Tempurung was a huge success. We made it through safely, no one was hurt, learned so many things, and most importantly, had so much fun. And this experience reminded me of the power of nature, the importance of teamwork, and how stepping out of your comfort zone can lead to unforgettable memories. And the last one is the medical product specialist talk. It's a career talk that I attended, and it is also held in one of our one of our lecture theatre. So a bit on this talk is that it was a truly eye-opening experience that gave me a fresh perspective on career possibilities related to medical sciences. As you know, as a student who's pursuing in medical science, I feel like this talk actually gave me a really great impact, opened my mind, and gave me so much ideas that I can be amplifying in my future. And also one of the most valuable aspects of the session was how clearly the speaker explained the role of a medical product specialist. They used real life stories and also examples which helped me understand what the job looks like on a day-to-day basis. So what I found especially helpful was how the speaker connected this career path to the background of medical sciences graduates like myself. It made me realize how relevant our studies are to this kind of work, and how our knowledge can be applied in ways we might not have expected. So the speaker also shared honest advice about the key skills needed for the role: strong communication, deep product knowledge, and also teamwork. However, not everything came easily to me. When the speaker talked about sales strategies, marketing terms, and also working with clients, I found it quite challenging. But then, since I have not have much exposure to business or sales, it felt a little overwhelming at first. But I also saw it as a learning opportunity. These are skills that I can work on and also develop over time. So compared to other career talks I've attended, this one actually stood out. It was very practical and directly connected to my field of study. And while some talks are more general, this one actually felt focused, informative, and relevant. So the session was also interactive, with the speaker encouraging questions and also even offering tips for how to get started in the industry. The level of engagement made the session more and more meaningful. So in the end, the talk actually helped me to see a career option I hadn't seriously considered before. It reminded me that there are many exciting paths beyond hospitals and labs. So paths where we can actually still use our scientific knowledge in impactful ways. In conclusion, each activity that I participated it actually gave a very different perspective on what it means to manage wellness. Attending the mental health talk showed me how important it is to take care of our emotional well-being. It reminded me that open discussions and a supportive environment can actually make a very big difference in how we understand and manage mental health. As for the Zumba event in Bati, it was not only fun and active but also deeply meaningful. As I said just now, it combines physical movement with culture pride, proving that wellness can actually include tradition, community, and also joy. And as the Gua Tempurung actually gave me a sense of adventure and connection with nature, it also taught me about teamwork and resilience. And as for the last activity, which is the career talk, it actually opened my mind to how wellness and also how it involves preparing for the future, understanding our strength, learning new skills, and also exploring career paths that align with our passion. And these experiences taught me that wellness is not just about staying physically healthy. It's about caring for your mental state, embracing your culture, working well with others, being open to learning, and also making thoughtful choices about your life and career. Together, these moments have actually shaped how I see and manage my own wellness. I've learned to be more active, more mindful, and also more intentional in my choices. Thank you.